Okay, so today we are going to be over at Mitzi's house. Mitzi and Mark. We're going to take a look at their garden and look at her orchids. She says she doesn't have anything, but Mitzi always says that. But we will see shortly. Be back. This is Mochi, and she's not having a good day today.
Ridiculous behavior.
Mochi used to be so calm.
Come on, go to bed. Go to your bed. Go to your bed.
I see lots of Brassavolas.
Hey, you go to your bed. Go lay down. Go. Come on.
So how long have you been using your lights, your LEDs? Okay, Mochi. We see
How
you.
long what?
How long have you been using those LEDs?
These? Oh, for at
Or are
least
those...
10
yeah, these are...
years.
Oh, 10 years, okay.
Yeah, those are fluorescent, right? Or LEDs.
They look like they could be fluorescent. Well, you would know. I don't know. I mean, so what do you specifically use under those? Because those obviously get more highlight, and when you already, it seems like you already get good light.
Cats there,
Okay.
and then those Brassavola types
So what's your, do you turn it on all year or just during the winter?
during the winter.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
They're on their way out.
Oh, so, and you remove them in
Yeah,
the summertime?
lights stay, but the plants go out.
Right.
They're getting ready to go out.
Okay. Mine have been out for just a week.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I took them out last Wednesday.
Yeah, it was really.
Yeah, it was nice.
It didn't remain 60 consistently, so.
Well, that's nice, Mitzi. I love this plant right here. I have one of these.
Oh,
This
it hasn't.
facetum, it's dendrobium
Dendrobium, yeah.
facetum or something like
Yeah,
facetum.
yeah. It hasn't bloomed for me. Hopefully, by going outside, they will.
Yeah, mine bloomed last year, but mine, I think mine got too cold. I bought mine back from Italy.
Oh. And I
But-
will not ask you how.
See, these are how it blooms up here, but those look like they
Oh,
might
I
be. They look
When
like they
it
might
dry,
be
it has to
kikis.
dry out in the fall.
Yeah, I don't know.
But-
I watered it all year round.
This is the one that blooms all the time.
Oh yeah, your gongoras.
I love this one.
Yeah, I like gongoras as well. I have a hard time with them sometimes because I water a lot,
Yeah.
and I always blast the new growths.
Yeah.
And I've got one now that it's starting to mature its new growth, so that's good.
I see.
Instead of them always like browning up and dying because you never get anything.
Yeah.
I hate that.
So,
But I see new growths coming. It should
yes,
be.
This was last year's sunburn right here.
Uh huh.
Half an hour of being out, September, and burnt everything. Yeah, this one is, I think, see a lot of new growth.
Oh yeah, yeah. It looks nice.
Nice, and then new growth, and then I think new.
And it's nice the way that it's growing because if this were my plant, because it's growing back towards the part where it's part of the basket where it's empty, and so, you know what I mean, it's going back into the empty space, so
Yeah.
you still have time not to
Yeah,
repot it,
this-
or
yeah,
even if
this
you
will
wanted
be
to.
all right.
Yeah, it'll all be all right. It looks like, and that's a Richard Mueller. Oh my God, Mitzi!
Well, I
Wow.
specifically
When are
bought
you
it.
gonna put some of that in the a piece of that in the member sale? Because you know Richard Mueller is the best of all of
It's
the
a-
Brassavola hybrids. It's
yeah,
the best
hybrid of all
It's the
origin.
best.
Yeah,
because it has all those rusty spots and
yeah.
all those
Well,
hybrids.
I found that, I mean, many of my Brassavolas had Richard Mueller in the back.
Right.
So when I saw that, I got
Yeah, and look how big it is.
Yeah, where did that? Oh, Pacific. This
Nice,
is like
nice.
Pacific, PE. Pacific
Oh, so you've got
Orchid.
two in there. You've got a David Sander on this side,
Yeah.
and Richard Mueller on that
Yeah,
side.
Yeah, so
Nice.
sometimes yellow, sometimes purple.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. That's a good idea. So you'll always have something.
It's because I just I didn't know what to do. I had
Mhm.
to put them down somewhere, and I said,
Yeah.
stick it in there.
And they grow pretty much the same.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
great. Wow.
And
I didn't know
then-
you had a
and
Richard
then-
Mueller.
Yeah, that is doing quite well.
Yeah, it is well.
This is the one that I'm watching,
Okay.
and I'm hoping that this is the spike.
Kind of looks like it could be, but I guess it could be a new root too. I don't know.
You think so?
You see a little
Oh.
white developing at the end of
Oh, yeah. You look that close.
there.
wouldn't
No, you showed it to me. You.
I'm not looking that close.
I like Sedera japonica. It's like a cool grower. I can't grow it.
Oh, that's why they were here, but now it's getting too.
Yeah.
Just by keeping it in here,
Uh huh.
keeps the moisture and.
I just got a Sedera japonica that was crossed with a Bandopsis, and it
I
kind
don't
of
know about
balances
that.
it. It's
Oh.
and
You don't?
it's in flower now. It looks just like a Sedera japonica, but it's a smaller. It's about maybe double the size of yours,
Oh,
and it's more warmth tolerant. That's what I
I
mean to
see,
say because
yeah.
it's a Bandopsis.
I had one before that I got from a Hoosiers,
Oh, okay.
and it bloomed nicely. It was nice fragrance, but I killed it.
Wow.
So this one is another one that I'm looking at.
Okay. Yeah, Mycecidia. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's nice.
Nice new leaf. Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
I didn't know what to do with it, but it seems to like where it is.
Yeah, well, if you can keep it in a pot, I mean, they probably like exactly like what your Angraecum over there has, your Dideri.
Yeah, you think so?
It likes that fast dry,
Yeah,
wet dry cycle.
yeah, yeah.
But it's doing well in bark, and I think if it does well in bark, I'd leave it in bark. I would,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
most people say, oh, you got to mount those little things, but
No, I can't.
and they're hard to do in bark. But
This is the only mount, but then of course you see, it's not even really true.
oh, right. I see
just
now.
stuck it in there.
Right. Well, that's a good idea, and hopefully maybe some of those will grasp onto that and
I'm watching, but it really has no
no root tips.
root tip.
How long has it been there?
Oh,
Did you just get that?
no.
Okay.
It's been there since.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Because I was just asking because I got one at Nats one of the last times we were at Nats, and I wasn't going to get one, but they convinced me to get it because they were like, oh, it's mounted, and that's the only way you grow them, because I've had them in pots before, and they always
Yeah.
die. And
I don't think this is a Nats tag, so
It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
But, then
But those little sticks look like gnats. That's
Yeah,
what they're
yeah.
putting on there. There's
yeah,
I thought that was a root tip.
yeah. I don't think it's moist enough, humid enough.
Okay.
So, but this is the most amazing plant, and it died so many times, and then there's always this.
Oh, Promenea.
Yeah, it is a beautiful.
I used to grow those.
Interesting, but see.
Oh, yeah, there's a new growth there.
Yeah.
They like a lot of water
Yeah.
and high humidity.
Yeah,
I
and
used to
that's-
sit mine in water in the summer,
Oh my.
and they would just soak it up constantly from the bottom.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I had mine planted in sphagnum,
Oh,
and
I
they
see.
bloomed well for a couple of years, but, with me having to, with them in sphagnum and with all the water, I'd have to repot them all the time because the sphagnum would go down. And then I read, well, they as soon as I started repotting them, then they went downhill. And I heard that they totally do not like to be repotted.
Oh, I
And
see.
they actually told me that
It hasn't been repotted, touched at all.
they actually said that when the bulbs go dormant and when they die and look all shriveled up like prunes, that we should leave them on because that's still providing
still
some
good?
nutrients. Oh yeah, and what? I see those. I'm seeing those outside.
Oh yeah, we should go over
I
there.
am seeing them.
Now you saw the light.
I did. And it is hot in here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because I turned off the.
But it looks like things are doing well. I mean, blooms are nice, but this is springtime. And like you said, things are coming to life. I mean, I can see new growths coming on your paths.
Yeah.
And that's actually a good thing. I mean, these already have multiple fans,
Yeah,
but
but
you
I
buy them
never-
with one fan, sometimes they bloom, and then they never put out another fan, and then the plant dies. That looks like a Spiceriana.
Something St. Albans.
Hmm.
Except that I don't know what makes them get smaller like this. You know, it used to be a big, nice plant, and then all of a sudden it began deteriorating, and then here it's just.
I don't
And
know.
then everything became so small. See, this one, this one, this one, this one.
But are these
Yeah.
miniature ones though?
No, they're
Jason
not.
Fisher.
Jason Fisher.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah.
Phragmipedium, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, so these are all. Are these all frags?
Those are frogs.
Okay. You know what? I'm
And
thinking they're paths. I'm calling them paths, and I'm
It's
thinking,
just
well,
that
maybe they're
this is
miniature
the-
paths.
This is the path liaminium.
Liaminium.
Yeah, this one I think
Stays
was
small.
a very, very young plant,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes forever to grow.
Yeah, they all do. I think those paths until
Yeah.
they get to be blooming size, and then they kind of take off to me. For me, I think.
And then all of my
Phalaenopsis. Yeah, they're
flowers
doing
are
well.
in moss. I just decided
Mm-hmm.
that they do better for me.
Yeah, I just repotted a lot of my species in Phalaenopsis, and they're all in moss,
Yeah.
and they've done so well.
Yeah. See, this is the second one blooming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is the one that went to the show,
Okay.
and then it extended, and now.
Okay.
But I just.
So do you ever cut your spikes, or do you just let them do what they want to do,
Well,
or does
I
it
would
depend?
have cut it normally, but it was just. See, I was in the hospital,
Right. Right.
so I couldn't do anything. So by the time I came home, the buds are so swollen up and ready to open. So,
And what's this down here?
oh, those are Spasoglat. This is like a hybrid between.
Oh, is that like a calanthe?
Yeah, Calanthe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I bought one of those just recently because of one of our members had one in the show.
Oh,
Right?
Yes,
It was
yes.
yeah, it was like a calanthe.
Melissa had a
Right.
orange one. Yeah.
Did she?
Yeah, she had an
No.
orange one.
Yeah, oh, so it's that. Okay. I'm
It's
thinking
a-
of something else. There's another plant, another member
Oh, really?
had
Calanthe.
a calanthe crossed with a one of those
The nuts?
the doves, the nuns
Yeah.
orchid,
Okay.
Phaeus.
Yeah.
And
that
but it's a
makes it
cross.
smaller.
It makes it smaller,
And
but
the flowers.
the flowers are very vivid red, and they have
Yeah.
that nice little
Right.
frilly lip.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
and she said it was easy, and I actually bought one.
Yeah.
And
I'm having a hard time for them to get bigger.
huh?
I think it's smaller. So this is finally looking more.
Yeah, that looks
decent.
more mature. Yeah, it looks like it's
Yeah.
gonna mature well.
And
So you're saying this is just a cutting off of your Phaeus?
no.
So that's
it's
that's the plant I'm talking about. Like the
Okay.
cat. It looks like it. That's why I asked.
Calanthe.
I bet it is. It's like
Yeah, it is.
yeah, it's kryptonite. Sure,
Yeah.
that it is. It's that cross. I believe that's what
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
And it's not like a Phaeus. The spike
Right.
is like almost like an oncidium
Yeah.
type.
I noticed the back of the flower
Uh-huh.
is not white. Cepheus, the back of the flower,
Right,
that's
you're
what
right.
makes the
Right.
orchid look
Right.
but
right.
the back is
It's
darker.
right. Yeah, I noticed that too. I really like that flower, and
Actually, this bloomed, but bloom was not all that impressive
hmm.
compared to the Phaeus. I like the big.
Yeah, they're very big and frilly. Yeah, these are more small, but it still has that lip though.
Yeah, oh
I
yeah.
like it. It has
and
that
it's
Phaeus
small.
lip, and it is smaller.
You can have two
See, I
pots in
can't
your
grow
space.
Phaeus, but I can probably grow that because it actually is outside, and it looks.
Yeah.
I mean, I only have one more growth and a little bitty one, but it's got a new growth just like that. So and there actually is something like a little nubbin starting down there. Maybe it'll be another growth.
I think so.
Yeah. So I'm sure it's not. It
Yeah.
doesn't bloom in the winter
And
until the
it's-
winter.
it's
So.
indestructible.
Well, I hope so. I like orchids like that, and it'll be a nice intermediate between that and a Phaeus because I
Yeah.
couldn't. I've tried Phaeus so many times. I would buy them at every spring show. You know, I even would try to propagate it because I would kill them, and it never worked out.
It's not hard.
Well, for me it was just the plant was so big, number one, and it was just hard to figure out what to do with it when it wasn't blooming. You know, do I sit it in a spot? Does it need dry? I was always just worried about what to do.
Constantly, it's like a bog.
Oh, so it just wants to be
yeah,
wet.
So it's in moss,
Okay.
It takes up. I mean, I
Oh,
have
I
to buy
see.
a
Yeah,
new
yours is
moss
in moss.
every
I
time.
see. See, in mine, I can remember when I had
Yeah.
mine, it was in bark.
Yeah, yeah. No bark.
Actually, it was like I think it might have been in dirt when they gave it to me when I got it at the show.
Yeah, well, they do.
Like a
they do-
terrestrial mix.
Yeah, yeah. They do okay on the dirt.
Yeah, and so that kind of confused me. I was like, well,
Yeah.
what do I do?
Yeah, yeah.
Do I put it in dirt? No.
I'm gonna turn on the AC here.
Well, you don't have to. We're getting ready. Ooh, there's a cat lid. That's nothing's going on.
Oh, yeah, they all
Come on,
blew.
could we get out of the way?
They blew. They came and went.
No, this is still open. This is still got open. Potnar Dick Smith.
Oh, okay.
You can't tell me you didn't see
That's a
those big fat
red
buds.
pink-
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah.
It's so funny to hear somebody else kind of nerding out about orchids. My mom is just, I mean, we come here and I'm like,
You're being-
oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, you're like, we're tired of hearing about. You're like, just pretend this room doesn't even exist for about an hour.
I really love it, but my mom is like so passionate. It's really nice to,
Yeah, well,
without
if I were at home, like I was telling Mitzi, I watered all my outside plants yesterday. There are a few that I will dunk in the buckets today, but I'm done with them. I might walk out there a little bit later, but I am done looking at them.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really done with them until the next time because I like that sort of separate. You know what I mean? I think if I look at them too much, then I'm stunting their growth.
Look at this.
You know, I'm going to mess with them and touch them and then the spike will break.
Yeah.
So it's better for me, and I've had to train myself to ignore them, like benign neglect.
Yeah, right.
When you're done with them, just leave them. If you hover over them, I'm so clumsy, I'm bound to trip over my own feet, and then next thing I'll be laying on top of them.
Well, that's true. This place is just packed.
I mean, do you have a lot?
I have 300 outside right now, and I have about
It's
another
so
150 inside.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's like.
But it's manageable, honestly. If I can, and I wasn't like out there from 7 a.m. sweating and to get it all done. I was like relaxing and sitting and dunking them and then letting them go, sitting them, just soaking them and going back in the house for 10 minutes and then coming back out, switching them. It wasn't like I was sweating about it.
You think I'm crazy doing that?
I don't know. It's not. I don't think that you're crazy. I think that
It's a 100% commitment, that's for
you
sure.
have a passion that I mean, you are. And first thing in the morning, she comes in here and she just stays
Oh, really?
there all day.
Wow. See, I used to
I
do
think
that,
we need
but
her to
see,
rest.
mine is, I probably might if it were attached. I mean, mine is attached, but there's a door there,
Yeah.
and it's like I'm outside almost like.
Except that, and also.
And I can
when
easily,
you walk in there, the plants just grab you.
yeah, they
Like
do.
from
It's a
side
jungle.
And over, they just go.
Oh, and Mitzi, you should see the ones that I just got. There's a nursery that's closing. It's a Orchid Trail.
Oh, where is
They're out of North Carolina. It's John Stanton and some other people. They lost their lease. I don't know whether it's about the
no, that's
the coronavirus or not, but they're selling everything, and it's like
yeah.
even their personal plants.
Oh, really?
And their personal plants are, I'm telling you, they're like 10-inch pots.
Yeah. Do you have shoes on?
Yeah, they're like 10-inch pots with 12 pseudobulbs and just incredible plants for $40.
Oh my. Are you gonna come out?
So these are hardy orchids. Wow, and they're still in bloom. Maybe I should have took that one. No, I'm just kidding. These are the ones I killed. Although that looks very healthy. Look at that new growth. Next year there'll be 2 flowers.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, those are those
I'm wondering
Cyprepediums.
if This will still. No, I don't think so. This should have been a bud.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I was a little
Yeah.
worried about this, and because it kind of came out totally white.
Uh-huh.
These are all tall ones,
Okay.
and then
So these are all the same though, right?
no.
Oh, they're
these are-
different.
Those are pubescens.
Oh, okay, that's the
Tall
one that I
yellow
got.
that you got. And
Okay.
then I think this might be the pink.
It says Cyprepedium
Showy
showy.
lady. Okay, so this is showy, this is showy.
Okay.
And they burned because they were too close to the brick.
Okay. And this is that says Cerealia Bograngiana. But this is that's a showy lady.
Yeah.
It is pretty.
Yeah, and then this one might be a smaller
Hardy
one.
to zone 5, guys. Probably even more if it's Hardy here. Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
but this is much taller than the yellow. I think they grow taller.
Yeah, it looks taller.
They like cold.
And they look. I like the way it's standing up straight.
Yeah.
My yellow ones, they tend to.
Did you plant yours?
Yeah, I planted it, but the ones I used to have, they tended to stay smallish. I mean, over time they got bigger, but
Yeah, yeah.
it took a long time.
Oh yeah.
It took a long time.
I also noticed it depends on the year.
Oh, I love your Pierres. Wow.